Hello guys, welcome. I'm SimUK and this is Glider Simulator from World of Aircraft, and I want to say a massive fuck you actually to World of Aircraft for putting up a list of all content creators they recommend you go and check out for their content. I wouldn't mind normally, but being the first person to have uploaded a video on this title and basically brought attention to the game itself, I do feel a little bit like they're taking the piss. But this is YouTube, and taking the piss is fucking part and parcel, isn't it? Let's take a free flight and see if they've there was an update on this game today. I'm going to see whether or not they fixed the issues with the controllers, because yesterday when I uploaded the game or started the game, all of my controllers had reversed. So all my controls on my X56 Rhino were now on my Cytec side joystick. So not my Cytec, sorry, my Thrustmaster side stick. So that obviously causes a few problems. Hopefully they fixed it. I don't really know my gliders that well, but towed takeoff, fly the ASK-21. Does that mean I'm going to start in the sky? I'd like to do a towed takeoff with a different aircraft, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. It's a self-launching glider. Oh, I see. It has a prop on it. That's interesting. Well, let's give that a try. Now, I'm not sure whether I've got all the controls set up correctly for this particular aircraft, because it's the first time I've flown it. But we shall see in a moment. So it seems like there's only one airport or only one runway at this particular airport, which is fine. I think they've modeled it directly on the location itself. What might be fun or interesting in the future is if they add a second runway sort of landing strip somewhere. Right, let's see what we can do here. Well, yeah, looks like none of my controls are working and everything's reversed again. So they still haven't fixed that problem. Okay, let's go in. Input. Pitch axis. Oh, double click. See how it still says joy axis Y? Joy axis. Oh, that doesn't look right. X, there we go. Joy 0 axis T. So it hasn't changed anything. But if we go back in, you can see, hopefully, there doesn't seem to be any rudder pedals in this one. Nope, that has not fixed it. So what it looks like is that the controls further down are overriding the controls higher up. So this is joystick 2 axis X. This should be my Rhino X56. If I click on that and just rebind it in exactly the same as it is and go back into the aircraft, you can see I now have that on my left throttle, but now my joystick works, whereas it wasn't working before. So there's a bug there that they need to fix. I was hoping they'd have fixed that with the latest update, but apparently not. RPM axis, what did I bind that to? This, I think. Then I don't know which way round it is. You still can't scroll this menu. So you have to drag this, which is not ideal. Spoilers extend. I can never remember which way round I did this, so yeah, I got it wrong. So that's extend. That's retract now. Gear up. Oh, hello. Gear up. Flaps up. Flaps down. Wheel brake / respawn. It's interesting. Hello, Shallow Depth. I'm very well, thank you, buddy. How are you? Nice of you to join me. Wheel brake respawn. What should I put? Oh, I put that on this. Yeah, okay. Release tow rope is on my trigger. Trim down. Trim up. Trim left. Trim right. Did you see that? How that moved my... oh. What's not assigned? Camera reset. It's just buggered up all of my controls completely. Magic button. I don't actually know what that means. What is the magic button? Raise propeller. Now this is something I wanted previously. Let's put that on there. Retract propeller. Engine start stop. Canopy open and close. Toggle the vario tone. Now I tried doing this, but it didn't seem to work. So I'm going to put it on a different button. It just has so many buttons. Let's put it on this one. And the quick radio messages I'm not really worried about. Not worried about labels, pausing, map zoom, toggle mouse look. Okay, what's missing? Chase camera. So if I try and put all the cameras over here. How's that look? No, still missing one. What are we missing? Quick radio message. Hey, Shallow Depth, thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. So I'm going to put that on not assigned, just to get it working, hopefully. Wonderful. Glad to hear it. All right, so this is a self-propelling aircraft. I can't move the camera whilst I'm in this view. Still can't move the camera. So flyby doesn't seem to be working. Oh God. Hopefully they fix this before release. Okay. Camera turn left. Camera turn right. Camera turn up. Camera turn down. Camera reset. Right. Now can I do it? No, still can't do it. That's bloody awkward. Oh, Shallow Depth. That's very kind of you to say so. Thank you so much, buddy. I don't deserve such praise, but thank you so much. Right, let's open the cockpit, which is always nice. Oh, that's interesting. All the dials and controls go up with the cockpit. That's pretty awesome. Shallow Depth, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. I do, genuinely. Right, let's see if I can start the engine. No. Alrighty, so maybe I need to press this cool new button that I discovered. Oh, way up. There's a new camera view that I didn't expect to swap into at that moment in time. How did I do this? Bloody hell, did you see that? My word, that was I accidentally pressed the respawn button. Wow. Okay, what's going on now? Respawn doesn't look like it works. Yep, crashed again. Okay, let's just go back to the main menu. We'll get this working. We'll get this working. Free flights. Was it this one? That's the towed takeoff. The ASK-21Mi or MI. So I bound a button to have the propeller raised and lowered. I'm guessing I need to raise the propeller before I can get it to start the engine, because otherwise it's going to smash the inside of the aeroplane up a bit, I suppose. Okay, let's have a look-see up here. I don't need to press escape to come into this. I must remember to not keep doing that. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? So flyby camera. That one. Okay. So I put raise propeller there, lower propeller there. Right. Not okay. What's wrong? Free camera. Free camera can be that one. So you have to have all of the cameras set up, it seems. So that's the free camera. That's the chase. Okay, so can I get... There we go. Look at that. I've got to say, that's pretty impressive. I'd like to have a little look at that from within the cockpit, if I may. Let's have that come back down again. Audio changes when you open and close the cockpit. That's very nice. Oh, there's a front and rear cockpit. Look at that. Oh, I wish I could spin the camera around or something. Can't move it at all. So you've got like a passenger's and a pilot's cockpit there. That's really awesome. Let's see if the engine starts. That's really quite cool. That sounds so good. I've never been for a glider flight. I had a friend who had a glider, and unfortunately he moved away before I got a chance to go in his glider, but yeah, it's on my to-do list. I've been looking into it a bit. I know you can pick one up for about $7 grand. An old one, obviously, nothing too fancy. Wow, look at the dials. They're bouncing and skipping about and stuff. Oh, you used to be in the ATC. Nice. Is ATC air traffic control, yeah? Is that what ATC is? Or is it air training cadets or something? Air cadets. Cool. Yeah. I wish I'd joined the air cadets when I was younger. Air training corps. Oh, okay. Oh, that's lively. That's lively. I just want to know if I have flaps. No flaps. Just spoilers. And they're not incremental. Okay. All right. Oh, bouncing much. Trying to get the wings leveled out. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, wow. I think we're airborne, but only by the skin of our teeth. Okay. That camera was not a good choice. Okay, well, we're up. My flyby camera is absolutely not working. I don't know what that's all about. It was working in the last video I made. So, shallow depth, it's actually quite fortuitous that you're here watching this with me, because I wanted to explore the best way to gain altitude in a vertical air tube. I forget the name of it. Would you recommend flying through it or circling within it? Because I'm finding circling within it to be quite tricky. Circle, yeah, okay. So maybe it's just a skill I need to perfect somewhat. Does look good. I'm going to see if I can get up into the clouds today. I'd really like to. I tried to do it in a couple of videos ago when I had serious stutters. I'm hoping that's going to be fixed now. So let's see how well this works, shall we? We're going to kill the engine. Oh, wow. Instant loss of altitude. Hardly surprising. Now, what did I have? There we go. So that's folding back into itself. Stefan Langer on YouTube. Stefan Langer, okay. I get the impression that I'm familiar with Stefan Langer already. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, this should help us a bit. He's a great glider pilot. Yeah, it rings a bell, Stefan Langer, it really does. I sort of go through phases. Lots of things I'd like to do. I'd like to go sailing more often. That feels good. Oh, gosh. Straighten up, straighten up. There we go. Yeah, I go through phases. It's like for a while I want to be a sailor, then I want to be a glider pilot. Yeah, oh, wonderful. I love sailing. Last time I went sailing I was 15, so I mean a long time ago. So that's positive climb right there. Now the bomb is about to explode. So what I'm going to try and do, much like the birds are doing above me and below me, is just kind of circle this area while staying in a positive climb. And I'm finding that really tricky. But that's probably because I don't know what I'm doing. This is so cool. Right, here we go. I'm going to try and rotate into this. I feel like the rudder ball is backwards. It doesn't feel right. But then flying something without an engine is probably vastly different. So the way in which the rudder works is probably not quite the same. I'm not getting any positive climb here at all. I really hope they add... Oh, crikey, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I really hope they add head tracking to this game. If for no other reason, it will just free up so many controls. Like, I wish I could zoom in a little bit so I could see what the dials were actually saying, but I can't. Could put a zoom on this, I suppose. Yeah, we're getting to the point of stall, basically. Here we go. So I'm going to try and stay in this. That's too much, that's too much. Oh wow, that's really cool. Your friend just built you a tracker, 3D printed the arm, added a few IRR blasters, and it works a treat. Cost him less than 10 quid. Fantastic. I'm going to hazard a guess and say that maybe you broke the original Track IR version. Oh, it cost you £3 for the software. Oh, so you didn't have anything prior to that. It's fantastic. £3 for the software, so I'm assuming then you went with Track No IR. Would that be correct? Could never justify the cost. Yeah, I bet. Have you used it yet? I bet you can appreciate the immersion it gives you now, though. I honestly, I couldn't operate properly without Track IR. Games like this are absolutely crying out for it. Yeah, you love it. I'm not surprised at all, man. Anything flight simulation, space simulation, truck driving, car driving, racing even, motorbike racing with the Track IR system. Ah. Just adds so much. Wish MotoGP would add it. I absolutely love that. So, although I don't feel like I'm quite nailed this, we haven't crashed and we're not losing too much altitude from what I can see, which is not much. But it's tricky. I mean, I'm right here with the birds. You can see how close I am to the birds, and I'm not in the stream at all. So there's a bit of practice, I guess. It always amazes me how glider pilots in the real world manage to do this. And normally they would say sort of, you know, go to the mountains, but honestly there aren't any mountains in reach here. I don't know, maybe we can reach those mountains over there. Should we have a try? In one of my other videos, I followed the river all the way down to the end there. And what happens at the edge of the gameplay area is it just sort of, the textures just go to a really poor level of texture, and then it just kind of, it's like a very definitive solid line where you can't go any further. But maybe I can get over to the mountains here. It seems odd that they would have picked a an airport that doesn't have suitable gliding surroundings. So I imagine there must be some sort of decent airstream here in the real world. And of course, you use it for X-Plane 11, Microsoft Flight Simulator 20 and ETS2. Yeah, brilliant. I don't know if you play Elite Dangerous, but it's very good for Elite Dangerous as well. Actually, it was ETS2 that encouraged me to look into head tracking the very first time. And I was using the Track No IR, Head Track No IR, or whatever it's called, which cost me about £3 at the time. No, I think it was free actually at the time. And that just requires any normal webcam. You've got to have decent lighting so that the camera can pick up your eyes and your nose, and you're away. And it was absolutely life-changing. Never looked back from that moment. It was so good. So it looks like we've got quite a few birds over here, look, by the coastline. I'm going to go see if I can pick up a couple of birds. As that was coming out of my mouth, I realised it was not the right collection of words. You had to buy a PlayStation camera and remove the IR filter. Oh right, yeah, of course, yeah. £4 on eBay. That's a good price. That's cracking. So all in all then, you paid, yeah, second-hand one. You wouldn't be able to buy them new, would you? Not now. So all in all, for less than 20 quid, you've got yourself a Track IR solution that works well. That's brilliant. Got to say, that river does look good down there. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Bit of turbulence, look at that. That's not me shaking the aircraft. Nice. That's dirty air, effectively. Right, let's see if I can slam the rudder over but keep in the altitude. It's so tough. Every time I do it, it just wants to dive. Maybe I'm being too heavy on the rudder. Be a bit more gentle this time. See if I can stay in it for a bit. No, that didn't work. You had to get a particular type of camera. It had to be a PS3, did it? Do you know, it amazes me. You've got all these like webcam companies who produce like cheap and cheerful 4K webcams and all that kind of stuff. It amazes me how none of them have latched on to the head tracking thing and provide a camera with a head tracking device for chips. Because the PS3 iCam is only like 720p. And if they're rolling out 2K and 4K cameras for like 20-30 quid, then they could do something so cheap and it would still be so effective. So I'm just looking ahead there, just below the red ticker tape type thing. I think that's the edge of the play zone. You can see that the quality of the textures just drops to pretty much nothing. I tried to fly through it last time, but it didn't really work. I'm gonna come over here. I think there's a bit of an airstream I can get my teeth into. Maybe. Maybe not. Has to be the particular one. You're not sure what the difference is. Yeah. Maybe it's just because it's easy to remove the IR filter from a PS3. Could be as simple as that, couldn't it? I've still got my throttle on full, look. Let's bring that down. So, I'm not seeing a lot of seagulls out there, and I suppose I've still got my engine, haven't I? Worst case scenario, could always flip that back up. Oh, it was a nightmare, was it? Oh, okay, I stand corrected. I've never tried to do it, I'll be honest. It does sound like a bit of a fiddly job. Did you have to break the PS3 iCam open, or did it just sort of... Oh, crikey. Whoa. Did you have to, like, break the seal, or did it have, like, a screw that was holding it together? I see some birdies. Let's go say hello to them. Oh, you used a scalpel. Yeah, okay. Wow. Fiddly job, for sure. Kind of dug it out. Well, you clearly did a good job. Because if you're up and running, then that's awesome. Have you watched my tutorial on how to set up the axes? Or do you already know how to do that? If you haven't, you should definitely go check it out. It can really transform the movement that you get. Oh wow. You have to stick a bit of floppy drive over the lens. That's cool, man. How did you still have a floppy drive? I wouldn't be able to find one now if I wanted to. Oh, it was me who pointed you in the direction of it. Ah, okay. Oh, well done me. Well done you for building your own one, though. Oh, a friend sent it to you. That's cool. Yeah, I used to have like loads of floppy disks. I just kept... I don't know why I kept them. important data on them, or so I thought. Nice, about 200 games in the loft. I'm envisaging an Amiga 1200. Or a Commodore 64. Or an Acorn. All computers I've had throughout my life. Early 2000s. Ooh. That could be PC discs then, I suppose. Yeah. Well, I've got to say that the updraft is definitely keeping me in the air. Oh, bit of a stutter in game. First time I've seen that actually. I've not had a single stutter in game prior to that. This is, this is a beta version of the game. It comes out tomorrow, actually. And what they're doing is they're focusing on specific areas of flying. So this will just be a glider simulator. And in the future, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to bring out some helicopters or biplanes. I don't know. I'm not sure what the plan is long term, but I've done a bit of gliding in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and I gotta say it's absolutely spectacular, especially with the ground textures the way they are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's an absolute joy to be out there. But I haven't checked them out recently, so I'm sure they've improved dramatically, but there were some limitations. Most notably, trying to find updrafts was a bit of a problem. Hey Peter, yeah, I've got to say I do recommend it actually. As much as the company themselves have annoyed me a little bit today, I've got to say I do recommend the game. I think it's quality. The thing for me, the biggest thing for me, is the audio. It just sounds fabulous. And audio, I think, is where immersion comes from. So, yeah, definitely recommended. I don't know what the price is going to be. I don't know what the long-term plan for the game is. I did ask them whether or not they were going to add head tracking, but they didn't even bother to reply. So, I wouldn't expect to see that at release, certainly. But yeah, if the game does well and enough people ask for it, I'm sure they'll put it in. It's not that difficult to add head tracking to a game these days. But even without it, it's still very nice. Very nice. I'm really looking forward to trying out the multiplayer. I think that's where it's going to excel. Because although I haven't been able to test it out, it seems, based on what I've read and what I've seen in the game, that say you and I were flying in the same server at the same time, I could take you up in an aeroplane and be your tow aeroplane for the takeoff, which I think that's a fantastic feature, and I highly expect to see a lot of solid real glider fans getting onto this and really sort of getting used to it. There's another glider sim which somebody mentioned in the comments last week, which I've never heard of, but they reckon this could be a contender against it, and it's highly recommended. So It's looking good. I believe it's real life terrain, yeah. The warning buzzer is to indicate whether or not I'm getting vertical lift or not. I forget the name of it, but you can turn it off if I can remember the button. There you go. I like it on. Maybe not all the time, but yeah. You're playing with the Airbus H135 at the moment. But to be honest, you prefer the Helis in Armour 3 Apex. Oh, Charlie Depth. I am, this week, hopefully, next week if I don't get a chance, going to take on the new Prairie Fire Vietnam Huey helicopter. There's a helicopter mission that I'm desperate to get my teeth into. I think it's going to be awesome. Trying to figure out where the flipping airport is. I know it's by the bridge, and I think I see the bridge sort of 11 o'clock-ish over there. Your friend just got sogged for armour, you're tempted. Oh, I would highly recommend it. It's not intended for single player, and that kind of that's all I've played is single player at the moment. It's not really intended for single player. You can play single player, but it's so hard. So hard. I mean, I am playing on the hardest difficulty, so I kind of expect that. But yeah, the developers kind of sent me a message and said, you know, good effort. Good effort, because we genuinely didn't design it for single player. So you almost did that mission, so well done. But yeah, I need to have another crack at that. It's fantastic. Yeah, please do, please do. You play Warlords with a bunch of mates. I don't think I have the Warlords DLC. Who he who? Loop? Hello, Sardiemo. Oh, Huey, yeah, as in the helicopter. Did I not say Huey? What did I say? I don't know what I said. I'm too busy gliding. I can't concentrate on what I'm saying as well. Right, so I can see the bridge. So I'm going to try and come around, do a loop, and see if I can land without the engine. Oh, Sardiemo, you should try some aerobatics in the sim. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's have a go. I don't know what my altitude is because I can't see my dials and I don't have any zoom buttons, but we'll have a crack. I'll see if I can do a loop. You ready for this? Get our speed up nice and high. Aim for the sports field. I'm keeping an eye on my speed. I want to be fast, but I don't want to break the aircraft. Right, let's go. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Should we do that again? It's not going to be quite so easy because I can't see the speed, but here we go. The sound in this game is wonderful. Good shout there. Thank you, Sardiemo. Try a stall turn. Stall it out and do a 180-degree turn. Alright, let's have a crack. Oh no, I can't. Hang on, let me try again. There we go, got the nose up a bit higher this time. Not quite, but quite realistic. I need to get some speed, hang on. Nice. How was that? Pretty good? Not bad for a beginner? Somewhat lost my my bearings. There's the oh, there's the sports pitch. So we're over there somewhere. Ah. That was beautiful, but you use the yaw when you're at the top. Did I put it on a bit early? I was using my rudder, but I wanted to catch it before it fell. Okay, cool. Are you an experienced glider pilot, Sardiemo? Because I find this to be incredibly realistic. I've never flown a glider, but this feels exactly how I would expect it to feel. No. Sort of preempted your question. No, never. You do fly gliders. Fabulous. What's your opinion of this? Have you tried it? We're going to be coming in quite low here. It's the audio for me. It's the audio that's really ticking the boxes. Well, it comes out tomorrow. The game comes out tomorrow. This is a preview copy that they sent me to make, basically to create content and sort of showcase the game and put together a review, which I'm sort of working on. But I experienced a couple of OBS problems in my first few videos, so it's quite stuttery. Bit of a problem. But I seem to have fixed it now, I think. And I've got to say, it's ticking so many boxes for me. I can barely wait to try out the multiplayer. I wish it was available now. It would be so cool. In fact, there was an update today, or yesterday, I forget. So there's a chance that multiplayer is active. I might have a look. How does it run on your specs? I'm playing in 4K at 60 FPS and it's completely stutter free. I'm also recording via OBS and yeah, it's faultless basically. I've got a GTX 1080 Ti and an i7 9700K not overclocked. 32 gig of RAM running on an SS. My operating system's on an SSD, but this game is actually installed on an old hard drive, so yeah. I'm streaming in 1080p, so this is what it would look like at 1080p, but I'm playing in 4K. Fabulous, there you go. Now, I was worried about this. I've hit a bit of an upstream as I'm coming into land. Not good. Not good for me. GTX 1060, which is older. I think you'll be alright with that. If you're not trying to play 4K. Let's get these spoilers on. We're coming in so fast. Need to scrub some speed here. I know gliders land at about 100. I've seen them coming in and landing. They do land rather fast, I think. Yeah, we're going to go long here. Ooh, lost control. That was heavy. I'll get off the runway. No, can't do it. Oh, we survived. 80 to 120. Yeah, okay. 1080 Ti, 770K, 48 gigahertz. Yeah, shallow depth. You'll easily be able to play that in 4K. Depends on the aircraft. The heavier the glider is, the more speed you need on landing. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I never know what to do at the end of a landing. Oh, I suppose I could do this. Let's open the cockpit. Just see if I can get us off the runway. Is it possible to sit in the back seat? No, I don't think it is. I've certainly not seen. I'll have a quick look in a second. I don't recall having seen an option to do that. But it is multiplayer, I think, in terms of so you can. Let me just switch this off. There we go. Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? It sounds gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. It flies really well. The kind of weight that I would expect a glider to have, this kind of has that weight. I'm really impressed with it. I really am. Let me think here. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Let's have a look if there's an option to change seats. I don't think multiplayer is going to allow two pilots in one aircraft. There's a few different camera options, but they're mostly external cameras. Yeah, I don't think it's there. I don't think the option is there. Maybe that's something that will come in the future, but try to move backwards. I haven't got. And let me see what the camera. If I go, camera move backwards is S. So let's try that. No, it stops as soon as I hit the. That's all I can move within the cockpit itself. But yeah, I know, maybe that's something that will come in the future. So what they do appear to have, you see this aircraft here, I'm not sure what you use, Sadiemo. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But you can, I think, fly as either of these. So if you wanted a tow in a glider, I could jump into whatever aircraft this is. What is it called? the TOW L13 Blanick with the PZL104 Wilga 35A. Oh, this is the Wilga here, the 35A. So I think you can have one pilot in this and one pilot in the glider, which I think is really cool. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, they tried to get AI to do that, and I think they were working on the prospect of doing it with a proper pilot. But like I say, I don't know if that's materialized because I haven't really looked at it much recently. But it looks awesome. I'm just going to check and see if multiplayer is online. I tried doing online the other day. You can see there's one player in lobby. That's me. So I can join as the Wilga or as the Blanick. So I can be the tow aircraft or I can be the glider aircraft. But last time I tried this, it just kept going through and it never connected. So yeah, kinetic assistant. That's it. Yep. Yeah. When I made my review, the AI tow plane was very much in beta. So it would take off and it would only fly in one given direction no matter where you were. And if that took you into a mountain, then it took you into a mountain. But yeah, I don't think that's going to go live until possibly release day. And I haven't been able to get the replay to work either. So I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if you're supposed to turn it on sometime or... 16 takeoffs and 17 landings. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? I've landed one more time and then I've taken off. That is interesting. High altitude reached 840 meters. Longest distance flown 54,898 meters. That's quite good. I think 60,000, isn't it? Can I check the setting again? Yeah, what do you want me to check? Just tell me what you want to see and I'll bring it up. These controls, do you mean? Oh, everything. So I've got a couple of videos up already where I've gone through and I've done all the training. The training is brilliant. The training will take you from complete novice right up to actually flying the plane. So I think stage one is the AI is flying the aircraft. And you can do that for both the Wilga and the glider as well, whatever it's called, the Blanick. And you've got a takeoff, you've got a landing tutorial and a standard pattern. The standard pattern is, as you would expect, a full landing. Not the takeoff, though. Or is it? Does it include the takeoff? I can't remember. It may do. No, I don't think you need the training. Good point. Fair point. So you've got the training, though. You've got free flight. So you can pick between the Fly Blanick, the L13 Blanick glider, which appears to be Russian. Not entirely sure. The Wilga, which we've already mentioned a few times. I don't really understand this. So you can fly as that, or as the tow, or that's what we just did today. This one I flew about a week ago. And then this one is where you get pulled. So you get towed up. So you're the glider in this one. I think that's how that works. And the Fly ASK-21, I think, is the only one I haven't tried yet. There's quite a few there. Will there be another release version which is different from the one that I use now? The full release might be slightly different, but I don't think it's going to be vastly different. The only thing I haven't really talked about is that you can set your weather conditions, so you got cumulus clouds or not, wind direction and wind speed. I haven't really played around with that. That's probably the next thing I'm going to do, actually, thinking about it. But yeah, I think it's going to be... The only thing that I expect to be different is that the online thing should be working, I would hope. And the replay system will either be explained so that I can figure out how to use it, or it will actually be working. But yeah. Can I try some wind? Yeah, I could do a short flight. My daughter's just got home from school, but I can do a quick one. Let's go. I'll show you the toe as well, so that you can see what that's like. What would you like? Wind direction. Should we go maximum wind speed just to see what it's like? Does that suit your needs? I've tried flying through the... Yeah, strong. Okay, I've got the strongest winds possible. I've tried flying up into the clouds, but I just couldn't get there. Couldn't get there. Not even with an engine. Some crosswind. Okay, let me check that. I'm not sure if you can change the wind after you've started, but it doesn't take that long to load. My expectation is the crosswind is going to be quite significant. I'm probably really going to struggle to take off. Keep it under control. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected. Well, that's interesting. What was that all about? Oh, unfortunately, I can't spin the camera. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm facing the wrong way right now. So this is going to be... I'm going to try it from here just to see what happens. Right, space. Let's see what happens. I think we're going to spin round on our axes and then have a nightmare. Get some flaps. Right, so the plane has taken... Here we go. Oh my god. Yeah, that's violent. Oh, that's so violent. Yowza. Good god. Okay, so what are we facing here? We're kind of... I've overtaken the aircraft. I've killed the aircraft. We're going to start this one again, don't worry. Yeah, we killed that completely. That's weird. So I think we didn't crash them because I hadn't released the cable, but yeah, let's try it again. Did it do? So I'm guessing that's knots. Oh, that's meters per second, 10 meters per second. So let's go 5. Well, let's go 7 because that's kind of in the middle. And the runway is that way. So if I put a bit of north to south, that should be a crosswind right there. Yeah. Hopefully we'll see whether or not the aircraft spins round on us this time. It didn't do that last time, so I was a bit surprised to see it. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so we've got a decent crosswind. Get some flaps on. Bit of left rudder just to straighten us up. Jesus. Yeah, all over the place. That's too much left rudder, clearly. So truth be told, I'm not really feeling that right now, but maybe I shouldn't be. Try and follow the tow plane to 400 meters. Okay. I am attempting. Oh, I see what you mean. Level on the horizon. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I can try something like that. Really sensitive, and I'm a little bit too aggressive with it. Something like that. Yeah. Get more behind him. There we go, that's better. That's a great tip. Thank you for that one. We've got something to aim for now. A 1 second delay. Okay. I shall attempt that. So that's about 450 meters, 450 feet. Try and point the nose to the outer wing, so like that. Something like that. This is good. Otherwise I'll get the inner turn, yeah? Okay, that makes sense. I'll start catching him up, which I don't want to do, obviously. Okay, you ready for me to release? There he goes. I could try and follow him in, really. I don't know what the AI plane does. Does it go and land, or does it just vanish after a while? Oh, there he is. Just a bit of curiosity. I want to see how close I can get to him before he disappears. Because the birds disappear. I'm assuming he's going to do the same thing. You want to try a straight up stall and a loop. Okay. Let's have a go. So you want a straight up stall into a loop, yeah? Something like that. Cool. Still got my bloody flaps stuck. Ah, yeah. Dirty airplane. It's a stall turn. Try the hammerhead. It's a stall turn. Okay. Hey Jessica, it's going very well. Nice to see you here. How are you? I'm getting some awesome tips from Sardiemo on gliding. Learning a lot. It's good fun. More rudder and more speed. Well, that was full rudder. But I will try. I need to locate some draft here. Get a bit more altitude and we'll have a go. Good, 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 good. Glad to hear it. Get my... it's not working on this one. So I don't have any audible... the BP machine. What's that called, Sardiemo? You'll know. The BP machine that tells me if I'm gaining altitude. What's that called? Wow. Hey, that's a claim to fame. Nice. So, Sardiemo, is this variometer? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this one doesn't have one. Hey, Stewie. How you doing, my friend? You've joined just in time to see me crash and die, I think. But we're not gaining any altitude here. So is this high up on your list then, Sardiemo? Come on, come on, come on. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. This is so true. What about a landing that we can swim away from? Does that qualify? You're not even seeing a live stream on YouTube. Oh, that's interesting. I think it's fair to say YouTube are not my biggest fans. Maybe that's why. Right, I think we're going to have to put her down, guys, because I'm not getting any altitude here. Try one more pass. Oops, 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 oops. Overshot that slightly. Last video for me is the stutter one. Hey Backyard Goat, how you doing? Yeah, we're done for here. I'm not getting any altitude at all. I'm right in line with the birdies, but yeah, we're not getting any lift at this. We're too low, basically. The string shows the airflow. Yeah, it should be straight at all times. Okay, I'm going to put us down in this field. I'm not sure if this will qualify as a crash or not, but I'll try and put her down gently. We are very slow right now. Very, very slow. Stewie, I would have put her in the water, but I can't even make it there now. We've barely got enough speed to keep us in the air. Let's try an external landing. Oh, that's much harder. Oh my god, I don't like that at all. That would be spoilers. I'm landing there. That was pretty gentle. Airspeed is all that matters, yeah. An outlanding. Keyboard Warrior just subscribed. Thank you, Keyboard Warrior. Much appreciated. That was quite a smooth landing, considering I did it from external cam. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, well, not exactly what I was after, but I can walk away from that, definitely. All right, so guys, listen, thank you so much for popping along. I really do appreciate it. My daughter's just got back from school, so I want to go say hi to her, see how her day was and stuff. But if you'd like to see more of this, then, you know, just leave me a comment in the old comment section. I'd be happy to do it. I am hoping to get some multiplayer on the go, because I'm really curious to see what that's like. But yeah, it's been fun, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I am going to have to go. Take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye for now.